everyone, this is CricketSong with Inner Wisdom, and this video is going to be discussing, should we teach other witches morals? Okay, so should we teach other witches morals? I don't have a lot of notes written down, so hopefully I don't go off on too many tangents. I don't want this video to be very long. So the reason why I am actually looking to discuss this is in the not so distant past, I've watched a few videos by a few different YouTubers, and honestly, many of them I don't even know who they are, because I ended up watching someone that I'm subscribed to and look at the recommendations and click on the video, and I watch that, and then I end up going down the rabbit hole of YouTube, partially because I'm looking for new channels, I'm looking for new topics of discussion, I'm looking for people to invite on the sacred circle, and so sometimes I end up in the very strangest of places. But what I noticed is that I was coming across a lot of videos where the individuals who identified as witch or a magical practitioner of some sort was sort of preaching to their viewers, or any viewer, that this is wrong, or this is wrong, or this is the right way to do this, or witches only do this, or the true witches only do that, or you can't do this because it's against the reed, or you're not allowed to do this because that's bullshit, or you know, that's cowardly if you throw a curse, or only the strongest witches do malediction, or the weakest witches turn the other cheek, or it was, you know, love spells should never be done because they're bad. I mean, those weren't the words that were being used, but that was sort of the idea, that this witch or that witch or the witch over there, as they were making their videos, were stating things as good or bad, or this is what you have to do and this is what you shouldn't do if you are witch. And this got me to thinking, because I'm watching the video and I've been practicing long enough, and I've been a witch long enough, my entire life, even though I wasn't aware of it, to know that someone else is unable to tell me what is right and what is wrong. Which led me to think, who the fuck are these witches trying to put their morals on me? And then I tried to imagine, as a new person, someone who is newly understood who and what they are, watching these videos, because maybe that's all they have, and trying to determine and listening to all these different messages from all these different people and getting really confused and maybe even feeling bad about who and what they are. So how, you know me with definitions, this is where I'm going to define what I mean by a moral. Because I really felt like when I boiled it down, when I contemplated what I had been watching, it really boiled down to one individual telling another individual what their morals are supposed to be, or what they should be. So what is the definition of a moral? What the fuck is a moral, right? Well, a moral is a behavior and a deed that is viewed as virtuous. And in that same instance, when we define what is virtuous, we also define what is profane. And this is personal. This is you looking at yourself and your beliefs and your relationship to the gods, your relationship with the ancestors, your relationship with your spiritual family, the entities that you work with in a spiritual way. And you define for yourself, with your relationship with them, what is virtuous and what is profane. You come up with your own morals. Now, these may be actually things that you were taught as a child that you found are right and true for you. Some morals may have been taught to you in that way. Some morals you may have come to your own understanding as an adult. Morals reflect your overall character, and they're typically unchanging unless you experience some profound event in your life, like a trauma, a death of someone very close to you, a serious illness for yourself, maybe a near-death experience. These types of profound life experiences may change and reshape morals that you held prior to the event. They're the things that you value in yourself and the things that you value in other people. They create a code of conduct on how you should, or you feel you should, interact with others and what you expect from other people in return. So, for example, for me, honesty is a big moral. I do my very best to be honest with other people, and I expect other people to be honest with me. That ties into my feeling of personal integrity. You know, I have great personal integrity. When you're watching my videos, you're seeing me. I'm not bullshitting you. I am not bullshitting you. Now, while it's true, when I'm interacting with other people, I may act a little differently. When I speak to my parents, I generally don't say the word fuck. Although honestly, it has come up because if I'm very emotional about a topic, I will start swearing. So honesty is important. That is a moral. Being honest is a moral. It's a virtue. It is part of my code of conduct. I have a great sense of what is right and wrong for me. I, in all honesty, cannot tell you what is right and wrong for you. Now, I know this is going to bring up the idea of, wait a minute, you know, are you telling me, CricketSong, that, you know, we live in a country and we're not going to tell each other what right and wrong is? We have laws. Well, we do, but that ties into the idea of ethics. When you're working and living within a community, there is a code of ethics for how the group is working, what you are expected to do within a group. I'm talking about your individual morals. But if we're looking at our community, whether it's within the YouTube pagan community, whether it's in the offline pagan community, whether it's within your small group or coven, whether it's in your group of friends, whether it's in your family, I have difficulty with someone trying to dictate to me what my morals should be. I have great difficulty in going to someone's channel and them telling me that love spells should never be done, or malediction or curses should never be done. Those are bad. That's subjective. Our morals are based on our subjective life experiences. We come up with our own code of conduct. And for you to preach to me that what I'm doing is wrong, how can you do that? How can you look at my life and tell me that me deciding to do a love spell is wrong? Maybe it's wrong for you. Maybe your moral code dictates that you should not do a love spell. And maybe if you were to do the love spell, it's against your relationship with your gods and your spirits. But you have no idea what my relationship is to my gods, to my ancestors, to my spirits. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what my personal morals are. You don't know whether this love spell is warranted. You may look at it from an objective, or you think objective point of view, but you don't know. This goes for the same as curses. Do you know how much flack I've gotten being a non-traditional Wiccan who says that they do curses if need be? These people have no idea what my relationship with my deities and my gods are. Now, like I said, this doesn't mean that there aren't some cases where I share my morals with others. I want to talk about very briefly the relationship between teacher and student, or high priest and high priestess and the other coven members. When I have a relationship set up as teacher and student, if I'm teaching a student, and I'm talking about a formal relationship, I do understand that as someone who makes videos of somewhat an educational way, even though they're all obviously my point of view, my opinion, and my perspective, and my personal insights and experiences, I may be looked at as a teacher of some sort because I'm putting information out there. And I know many of you watching these videos are also in that sort of position where people look to you for information and they may view you as a teacher, whether it's a formal relationship that you've established or not. Now, when I personally go into this relationship as teacher and student, whether you're in person, online, or Skype or whatever, we have an understanding. We've made a verbal contract. I've made a vow to you. You've made a vow to me. And in many instances, we've done so before the gods, before the watchtowers, in circle. There was a rite performed, creating and establishing and binding us together in this relationship. Now, in that instance, me teaching you a code of conduct is expected. It's actually expressed within our verbal contract that this is what we've signed up for. So you are expecting this from me. But if we have an informal relationship, if you just happen to click on my channel and come across this video or any other video, I am not going to stand here or sit here and tell you what your moral code of conduct should be. I will share with you my point of view. I will share with you my opinion. And these things come from my personal code of conduct. But I would never assume that I am someone that is empowered with telling you what your code of conduct should be. That is not my place. That is between you and your gods, your spiritual entities, your ancestors. It is determined by your personal relationship. And it's understood that you've gone through life and you've come up with this code of conduct and you have justification for these morals. So for me, and I'm not saying it's the same for you, because as I have been saying in this video, I cannot dictate for you what your morals are. I cannot dictate what your code of conduct should be. That's between you and the gods and the spirits. So I don't believe we should teach other witches morals. Unless, like I said, unless you're in that teacher-student relationship, and that's part of the education that you're sharing, the experience that you're sharing. But in general, I don't think it's something we should do, but that is my opinion. If you feel called to do so, then you should do that, because that's part of your morals. I just wanted to throw that out there. So, because if you're a new person, if you've newly been initiated as a witch, and I don't mean in an actual coven, but initiated between you and the gods, if you've been newly initiated and you're searching here on YouTube looking for some guidance, I just want to say that think twice before you start adopting other people's morals. Really question everything that you see and hear and read, including me, including my videos, including what I'm saying, including what you're reading on my blog. Question everything. And if it doesn't sit well, question why it doesn't sit well. Being witch is about the journey. It's not about the destination. That's it. Know I love you. And I'm grateful for all my viewers and all my subscribers and my patrons. Thank you all. Love you.